Okay, 3-2 over to Prema House. This is an interesting question. You're doing your sadhana for a long time. How do you know if you're progressing spiritually? Is it A, because you have mystical experiences? Is it B, because, oh, my handwriting, how deeply you meditate? Okay. Is it C, because you've developed siddhis or powers? Or is it D, how well you love all and serve all? D,
D.
final
How
answer.
well
How
you.
deeply you love all and serve all. That is the correct answer. Very well. Good job, Prema House. 3-all, 3-all. So this is true. It doesn't matter how deeply you meditate. It doesn't matter what experiences you have, because all experiences are temporary. I remember when I first started on the spiritual path, I used to have so many experiences. At least 3 times in my life, I can think of where Bhagavan Swami appeared before me in his physical form. Like I can touch and talk to him physically. But that never happens now. It doesn't happen. It happened like 25 years ago. It doesn't happen today. Um, all these mystical things. I used to hear Omkar continuously for 2.5 years. I would hear Om continuously. But then it stopped. All experiences stop. Spiritual experiences are not a sign of progress. Same thing with siddhis or powers. Siddhis are maya, they're useless. How deeply you meditate is good, but meditation, once Swami said it's not just meditation. He said, he was talking about Ramana Maharshi, and he said that Ramana Maharshi's teaching of asking, "Who am I?" by itself is incorrect. He said you have to combine that inquiry, "Who am I?" with meditation. Yeah, has to be this thing, no? Right and left have to go together. But how well you love all and serve all, that is the real sign of spiritual progress. In fact, Swami said, love all, serve all. This is the first teaching, and this is the last teaching. This is the first teaching and the last teaching. Okay, so we're tied up at 3-all. We only have 4 questions left, so it's getting pretty close. All right, question number 9. You you're having some bad thoughts about someone you don't like, okay? Whoever it could be. Let's say it's Donald Trump. Let's say it's your neighbor, whoever it is. With what force is the energy of those bad thoughts reflected back to you? Okay, do you understand the question? You're thinking something bad about somebody else. Everything is reflection, reaction, resound. So that thought energy you're sending out to them is going to reflect back to you. How much is that thought force multiplied? Is it onefold? That is, it's the same. Is it B, threefold? Is it C, fivefold? Or is it D, sevenfold? You're having bad thoughts about someone.
D. Swami.
That's right. D is the correct answer. Sevenfold. Very good. So just having a bad thought about someone, you get that energy back sent to you sevenfold over. So this is reflection, reaction, resound. Why now we were scared, no? Yes. So this is why reflection, reaction, resound is so important. Yes. But this is also why Swami says, watch, WATCH, watch your words, actions, thought, character, heart. It's not just because he wants us to be good people. It's because when we have these stupid or negative thoughts about others, it's coming back to us and we're unknowingly harming ourselves. Okay. So if you understand reflection, reaction, resound properly, you will never have a bad thought about another person. Okay. So the score is 4-3 over to Prema House. Let's go. You want to know the truth about the self. Okay? Capital S. You want to know the truth about the self. What is the one thing you must do above all else, regardless of whether you follow the path of devotion, bhakti yoga, whether you're on the path of wisdom, jnana yoga, or you're on the path of karma yoga, that is action? Regardless of what path or practices you follow, what is the one thing you must do to know the self, to experience the self? Is it A, avoid bad company, B, silence the mind, C, repent for past bad deeds, or D, give up the sense of doership? Discussing amongst yourself. D is give up the sense of doership. Is it A, avoid bad company, B, silence the mind, C, now you still have a lifeline if you're not sure. Is it C, repent for past deeds, or D, give up your sense of doership? What is the one thing? What is the one thing above all else that you must do? In other words, when you do, if you're on karma yoga action, whether you're doing devotion, bhakti yoga, whether you're doing jnana yoga, what must eventually happen? All of these come into one thing. And when you do that one thing, you get to realize the self. You get to see the self. What is that one thing that must happen?
I'm D for
D.
sure.
Final answer? Give up the sense of
Final.
doership. Sure. That is the wrong answer. It is silence the mind. You could have used a lifeline, no? It is silence the mind. The whole creation exists only as long as the mind is active. Okay? All this stuff, the wars, the battles, the floods, global warming, this and that, it exists only as long as the mind is active. Once the mind is silent, what happens to the creation? It disappears, it goes away. It exists only in the mind. And what happens when you do that? You see that self which you have always been, that self that is always there. You see it, you're like, duh, how can I have been so stupid? I remember for me, it was like, man, how could I have been so stupid? Like literally, I thought that about. I'm like, how could I have missed this? It's so obvious. But once you silence the mind, it is obvious. It can't be anything else. And it doesn't matter what path, what task, what form you follow. Okay, so the score is 4-3. 4-3. Oh, 4-3. Don't underestimate. 4-3. Okay. Over to Team Satya. Bhagavan says, then what God is pleased with the service done by a devotee, how does God reward the devotee? It's an interesting question. So you're doing seva for God, you're doing Swami seva, and Swami is pleased with your seva. How does he reward you? Is it A, by giving interviews? Is it B, by giving you more chances to serve? Is it C, by granting you spiritual experiences? Or is it D, by removing all your troubles and sorrows? When God is pleased with your seva, how does he reward you? Is it A, by giving you interviews? By B, by giving you more chances to serve? By C, by granting you spiritual experiences? Or D, by removing all troubles and sorrows?
It's B.
B, as in giving you
more chances to serve.
is the correct answer. Very good. That's right. So when you do service well, God gives you more chances to serve. Last night, so I feel very lucky as a cardiologist doing a startup, doing so many things. I'm still able to serve in Swami's hospital. I do this by reading scans of the heart, cardiac CT and MRI scans, and I do this on my computer at home, etc., etc. Last night I was reading a scan, and suddenly I got up. I was like, man. I called the doctor. I said, told the head of cardiology, this patient has a life-threatening blockage in their heart, and there are these other problems. So when you do surgery, you need to do it like this, this, this. And then she was like, okay, fine, thank you so much. And then we took care of it. And the patient got operated on today and is doing fine. That skill in your service, that is a gift of God. Okay, the skill that you bring into service, that is God's gift. But that chance to serve, that is also God's gift. That was also God's gift. Okay, so the score is now 5-3. Okay, over to Prema House. So, come on, Prema House, let's go. So now you want to silence the mind. Now, because you missed the last question, no? So now you want to silence the mind. But you find that whenever you try to do this, your thoughts are constantly running. So you look deeper and you find that there is one thought that is continuous, that continues to run below all of these other thoughts that are also there in your mind. What is that one thought? This one continuous thought. Is it A, I am the body? B, I am the mind? C, I am the monkey mind? Or D, I am a mad monkey? Which one thought is always there that causes your mind to constantly run? Well, no, it's only one. Is it A, I am the body, B, I am the mind, C, I am the monkey mind, or D, I'm a mad monkey? Which one thought? Lifeline. Okay. Over to our expert. Ding, 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 ding,
Two
ding,
experts,
ding,
two experts.
ding.
But we will just discuss. I will have to tell it loudly.
Please tell.
Okay. You tell them, they will tell. Okay.
I'm the body.
Swami.
I am the body is the correct answer. Congratulations to our experts. So, very good. I am the body. This is the one thought that constantly runs through. Just think for a moment. Just watch yourself when you are quiet. Maybe when you're going for a walk. Maybe when you're getting ready for bed. Maybe when you're brushing your teeth. That one thought, I am the body. It's a constant thought. And it is that one thought that causes all the other thoughts to run continuously. Okay? So when you remove that thought, I am not the body, I'm not the mind, I'm not the ego, I'm not my experiences, I'm not my personality, I'm not the body, I'm not the body, I'm not the body, then you'll find that your mind settles into silence easily. So practice this. I am not the body. I am God, I am God, I am God. I'm not different from God. Okay. Question number 13, the last question, but I'm going to give a bonus round to Team Prema. Okay? All right, over to Team Satya. You really want to improve your practice of love all. Okay? And you're trying to do this, but you find that, sometimes you try to love, like how Swami loves. There are two obstacles, Swami says, that prevent you from loving like how he does. So this question, you have to give two answers. Which of these two are the two obstacles that prevent you from loving like how Swami loves? Is it A, you forget? Is it B, you criticize others? C, you are afraid? Or is it D, you don't know how to love? A and C. Because sometimes you forget and sometimes you are afraid is the correct answer. Very good. All right. So 5 and 3. And now there's a bonus round. 2 points to Prema House if they get this question. And that will tie the game. 5-3, right? 6-3. 6 and 4. Okay, 6 and 4. This is the this question will tie the game. Are you ready? This is an open-ended question. They already finished. You go to this satsang, you have a lovely experience, you go back home, you get involved in your work, and you forget everything you learned in the satsang. Why does this happen? It's an open-ended question. I could ask it in different ways. You go to Kashi, you go to Puttaparthi, you go and meet some sage or Swami, you come to this satsang, you feel good for a while, then you go back into the world, and then you forget everything. How come?
Because we drown ourselves in the mud all the time.
Drown yourselves in the mud. That is a pretty good question. We'll give you 2 points. Okay, fine. Good point. So 6 all tied. Congratulations, Team Prema, Team Satya. Are there any other thoughts, though?
I had a dream about this last night.
Yes?
So in the dream, I was traveling to different places, and suddenly one dark energy entered me, and so then I had to struggle and meet so many people, and finally it exited me. Then in the dream, I'm asking some sage the question, how come I'm going to, I'm staying in Vrindavan, I'm going to Trai, and so why is it that this dark energy managed to enter me? The answer that I was given was that it's because I invited it into myself. There's no other way it could have happened. So if I stop inviting these things into me, then uh, I'll not have such experiences
That
again.
is very correct. Very correct. So let me say what you have both said in a different way. In a different way. All of you are correct, but let me say it in a different way. The reason why you come to all these satsangs or watch these satsangs or go to temples or pilgrimage sites and pray before God and you feel good for a while and then you go back and then you start shouting at your spouse or your children or you're getting upset or angry and all your punya and merit, everything goes away. It's very simple. It's because you love the world more than you love God. Okay? That's the basic reason. You love the world more than you love God. Got it? That's all. That's it. So what you said is correct. What you said is correct. But actually, if you go to the foundation, the very root, it's this: you love the world more than you love God. And all you have to do is just change the direction of your love a bit more. Change it back towards God and away from the world. And what you'll find is your senses become under control, your mind becomes silent, your thoughts become pure, and then the world goes away after a while. Yeah. It's because of attachment that this happens. You're attached to the things of the world, and then you get attracted towards them, and then you run after them, right? This is why, because you love the things of the world more than you love God. This is why you keep coming back down. Yes? So just change that direction of your love. It's simple, nothing great, nothing difficult about it. Just change the direction of your love, and then you'll be fine. Okay? So, did we learn something today? If I come in your dream and quiz you on this in the middle of the night, you'll be able to wake up and tell all the answers correctly? Yes? If I shake you and say, oh, oh, oh. All right. Good. Good. All right. Wonderful. Lovely. Side arm to you all. Let's end with Om and three Shantis. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोका सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः